Welcome. This is Artist on Art. I am your host, Nada Milkovich, for today, November 18th, 2015. I've got a great show for you today. The show Artist on Art is all about artists coming on and telling us about their practice and their philosophies. And today I've got a really great lineup. First up, we're going to be talking about the Homeless Garden Project. In the house, I have the wonderful Dari Ganshorn. She's the executive director of the Homeless Garden Project. We're going to be talking about a very special event happening for the Homeless Garden Project. We also have Lori Soderman, who's here to talk about her experiences with the Homeless Garden Project. And then David Dennis, our favorite philanthropic photographer extraordinaire. I want to thank you and welcome to the show. David is going to be doing an exhibition at this very special event, and the special event is the Gala Holiday Open House at the Downtown Homeless Garden Project store, at the store, and that's in downtown Santa Cruz. Welcome to the show, David Dennis, Dari, and Lori Soderman.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's really good to be here.
Yeah, it's a really great pleasure to have you all on. The Homeless Garden Project is an amazing community hub for helping people. I believe your beautiful mission is in the soil of our urban farm and garden. People find the tools they need to build a home in the world. And it's truly an amazing place. If you haven't had a chance to go out to the Homeless Garden Project, not only do they have an incredible community-sponsored agricultural box of farm goods that you can subscribe to, but they also have a really beautiful farm. And I know that you all don't mind if people come and help.
Yeah, we really encourage people to get engaged and really feel that the best way to understand what happens at the Homeless Garden Project is to come and work alongside us.
Dari Ganshorn, you have been the executive director for a couple years now. Fairly new?
Since around 2007, 2008.
Oh, so it's been a good time.
I started at the project in 91 and then became executive director much, much later.
Wow. And the project is doing really well. The farm is doing really well. There's a lot of things happening.
We are really excited about everything that we're able to accomplish out there right now. And we've really grown a lot since our beginnings and feel that we're getting more and more clear all the time about how to be effective in impacting the community and achieving our mission. And of course, we always want to do more as well.
Of course. Dari, if you wouldn't mind telling our listening audience, for those that may not have a real clear picture of what the Homeless Garden Project does, would you mind just giving us a quick little, what do you all do out there?
Yeah. So we give jobs and training. They're transitional jobs, meaning that somebody is only in the job for a short period of time, and the idea is that they're transitioning into employment outside the project. So we give jobs and training and support services to people who are homeless. And then in complement to that, we have a really vibrant community education and volunteer program, sort of like a service learning type volunteer program. And then all of our programs take place in our organic farm and related enterprises.
And the organic farm is on the west side, off of Delaware.
Right, we're on Schaefer Road, right near the entrance to the Long Marine Lab. It's a 3.5-acre site that Ron Swenson has allowed us to use since 1995. We're using that site on a temporary basis.
It's been temporary for a while, though.
Right, 20 years.
And there's possibility of it moving?
Right, we are working very hard to get final approvals for a permanent site up on Pogonip. We've been working with the City of Santa Cruz, who has been just an incredible partner on this permanent site that would be a 9-acre site out on Pogonip.
And this is something that I know there's people in this community that have been looking forward to this for a very long time, and I hope it happens very soon. It's been approved, I believe.
Right. We're hoping to get a lease at the December 8th City Council meeting.
Wow.
We'll know a little bit more as it gets closer to December, and really looking forward to having some really great big news to announce.
Great. And so you'll want your supporters to come out December 8th.
Right.
But before then, you want your supporters to come December 4th for the First Friday big gala event that's happening downtown, and you're having musicians and food and
So we have a downtown store. It used to be called a holiday store, but now it's a year-round downtown store that sells the products that we make in our training program. And they're all based on things that come from the farm and made by our trainees. And we have expanded hours for the holiday that started this Monday, November 16th, and they'll run all the way through December 24th. We're open 10 to 8 every day. We're staffed mostly by volunteers, and we have all the products that we make, including candles and wreaths and jam from our strawberries, some really nice bath and body products. We make cookie mix from our lavender shortbread cookie mix, and have a host of other great food products. And we have a lot of customers that are very loyal to us and come back year after year. Many people tell us that they do all of their holiday shopping at the Homeless Garden Project downtown store.
Well, I know you have beautiful wreaths, beautiful flower bouquets all the time, and I know that you've been probably creating some really fabulous holiday wreaths for this time.
Yeah, the trainees are down in the store, in the workshop right now, which is co-located with our office. So I get to see the wreaths that are being made every day, and I don't make the wreaths, and I just am astounded by how beautiful they are and how quickly people learn to make the wreaths, and how seriously our trainees take making such a beautiful product. And of course, they've been working with these flowers all year long. The seeds were planted in the spring in the greenhouse, planted in the beds late spring, harvested and dried all year long, and then brought down to the workshop and made into wreaths.
I have to say that one of the most beautiful places, other than the farm itself, is the flower drying shed that you have, that I've had the privilege to get to see. It's beautiful. I also want to say that all of the beautiful wreaths, a lot of them go really quickly. So if you're interested...
I got one myself last week.
Say that again?
I got one myself last week. They're beautiful.
Yeah, you want to move quick if that's something that you would be interested in. And so the Gala Holiday Open House that's happening along with the First Friday will be featuring a presentation recognizing your trainees and what they've accomplished over the year. You'll also have remarks from our incoming mayor, Cynthia Matthews. And then you'll also have music by Rick Zeke and Brookside, which features our favorite Ran Wilson, Patty Maxine, and Pippa Pinion. They are a wonderful trio of musicians. There'll be food and drink, Manresa Bread Project. Manresa, one of our only, is it a 4-star? I don't know. It's a
Michelin 3-star restaurant now in Los Gatos. They just got their 3rd Michelin star.
And we get their bread at our party. And really fun, David Dennis will be showing his Faces of the Farm. This is a philanthropic photographic exhibition. The reason it's philanthropic, well, David, you tell us how you are a philanthropic photographer.
So I think this is my 5th show over the last 2 years. They've been life-changing for me. I've sort of found a way to bring together my various worlds, my life. I work for Microsoft. That's my day job. Microsoft has this amazing giving program where they pay $25 an hour for every hour that their U.S. employees volunteer. And they match 100% of everything we donate up to $15,000. So I put in 150 hours for each of these cool photo projects that I do to support ocean conservation, homelessness, or education. Microsoft then pays $25 an hour to the nonprofit, in this case, the Homeless Garden Project. Then I have these big photo exhibits. We sell the pictures. People tend to buy the pictures for the people in the pictures.
Wow.
All of those proceeds get donated to the nonprofit, and Microsoft matches that 100%. So each one of these projects raises $10,000 or $12,000. I get to learn about an amazing program in the community. You know, the Homeless Garden Project is magical, and I get to meet really cool people and do what I love, which is take portraits.
And David, this specific portrait exhibition is features both people that work within the Homeless Garden Project,
right,
as well as.
Yeah, so it's Faces of the Farm, and it's sort of everyone that's involved. Volunteers. I think we'll have one of you, Derry, as well in the exhibit. But it really documents through faces the concept of farm to table. So we'll have people who were homeless that are trainees on the farm working the land. And I've been in people's homes and in some of the nonprofits that are the recipients of some of the produce and flowers, taking pictures of people at every stage. So, for example, we'll have someone picking tomatoes on the farm, and then someone in their home, Hillary Bryant, former mayor, she's one of the subjects. I shot in her home, you know, eating the tomatoes that were picked on the farm, and we'll have those portraits side by side. So it'll be a really fun set of portraits that'll be down at the Homeless Garden Project store for this event.
David Dennis, our own local philanthropic photographer. He takes pictures of people and then he makes magic and money comes to the the people that he's helping. And in this case, it's the Homeless Garden Project. I'm thrilled with your work, David, and you've really been able to make an impact in just a couple years with the specific organizations that you've been working with.
Your support's been great, so thank you for that.
Aw, shucks. So we got Faces of the Farm. That's happening again December 4th, first Friday. What time does the party start? Does people want to come to?
The party starts at 5:30, and the presentations are at 6. So we hope everyone will make sure to be there by 6 so they can hear. David's going to speak a little bit, and one of the people in our program will speak about their experience in our program. And Cynthia Matthews, of course.
Wonderful. And then there'll be music and refreshments.
These are always big parties, right? The Homeless Garden Project event is big, and then my photo shows tend to be really fun parties. So we're coming together, and it's going to be a blast.
And again, that is happening December 4th in the Homeless Garden Project downtown store, which is at 110 Cooper Street, Suite 100G. And this is in the Cooper House Breezeway. As you go towards the Museum of Art and History, you will find the store in that breezeway. And you talked very quickly, Derry, about how the farm works. One of the things you didn't describe is that the people that come and work on the farm also get fed. You have lunch every day, and it's truly farm to table.
Exactly, and it's a very healthy and delicious lunch as well. And it's a real physical statement about how food brings people together. We have sometimes some of the wealthiest people in the community sitting beside people who are homeless, eating lunch together and talking about what they did in the field that day.
Oh, it's wonderful. And you also have several events over the year where people in the community that are supporting the Homeless Garden Project come and get to have an experience similar.
Right. We have a couple farm-to-table dinners. This past year we had 2, and we're starting to think about next year, how many will we have and how will we lay it out.
More,
and we also,
I hope.
Yeah. We also just got a grant to do, so we grow food and then distribute it to agencies that work with low-income people. And we set a goal for ourselves to increase from 4,000 pounds in 1 year to 5,000 pounds that we'll be distributing to low agencies that work with low-income people. And as part of that, we'll also be piloting a health fair one day out at the farm next year. And so that'll be another big event next year out at the farm.
Wonderful.
For everybody.
And so let's just talk a little bit to Lori Saunderson, who's been here waiting patiently. Lori is one of the people that works out on the farm. Lori, thanks so much for coming up today.
Thank you for having me.
And so, Lori, just tell us a little bit about your experience.
Well, I came to the farm. I was referred to by Kat Dubinsky. We were in jail together, and I was sent an application to the jail, which surprised me. So they knew where I was coming from, and they knew that I'd be starting off from the bottom. And a couple of weeks after I got out of jail, I showed up at the farm and worked there for a couple of days, and then applied and was hired, and then been there ever since.
And how long has that been?
Since May 18th.
And so when Derry talks about it being a temporary situation, how long is the temporary situation?
It's up to 1 year.
Up to 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And you've had, I know this is the second time we've gotten to meet. We got to eat together at the last farm-to-table dinner. That was extraordinary, and I highly recommend it to everybody. And you were doing really well. And you seem to be just as great and bright.
Yes, thank you.
What do you think has been helping you come to this place of thriving?
What I've found is that the farm was much more than I imagined. It's a magic place. It's a community, and it's a place where nothing else helped, whether it was a therapist or incarceration or homelessness or whatever struggles I was going through or whatever help was available, nothing helped. And the farm is the one thing that's turned my life around. It, other than to describe, the farm has a way of teaching you about your life. Every day on the farm, there's something that's happening on the farm that's a direct metaphor to your life. And the farm and just has a natural way of solving any problem or showing you that it's not a problem, and directly reflects to something happening in your life that day, and your life is better, and you feel better, and you just feel more connected and a part of, a place to belong and be.
Oh. That's fabulous. Now, I believe you're a poet.
I am.
And would you mind sharing a poem that you wrote for this?
I sure will.
Well, not for this occasion, but for the garden.
I'd be pleased to.
Thank you. This is Laurie Soderman.
It's called Garden Crossroads. When time finally comes for you, did you live your life? Was your reality true? Was air, food, and love what you sought after most? Did you listen to others? Did you struggle or coast? Were you patient and true? Were you honest and kind? Did you return a lost wallet that you happened to find? Did you stop for a stranger and offer your help? Did you smile even if a folding hand you were dealt? Were you embraced by the garden when you had nothing left, cared for and nourished, and your reset button pressed? Were you synchronized with metaphors, supernatural, spiritual, unseen? Did you remove old beliefs, like weeds pretending to be beans? Were you encouraged you can do it? Were you resilient and strong? Did you saturate in joy's breath, a place to be and belong? Was your experience meaningful, and though homeless, survive? Did you practice your gratitude and recognize you're alive? Were you appreciated and welcomed, unjudged and assisted, to bring forth the you that your fear had resisted? Was your path full of ruts and obstacles? Did life exhaust you to your knees? Did you rejuvenate your essence with a drop of fresh honey from our bees? Did you tend to the earth, or sit caged on a shelf? Did you watch the sun set and blush at itself? Did the spirit inside you awake and enlighten? Did you appreciate this precious time to grow, bloom, and ripen? Did you learn to love yourself? Did a garden grow in you? I ask you again, was your reality true?
That was fabulous. Laurie Soderman, thank you so much. That's a beautiful, beautiful poem. Is that something new that you've written since you've been at the garden?
Yes.
Of course. This is from the garden. It emerged from the garden. How many people do you work with at the garden?
I think there's 17.
17. And Derry, do you want to...
We have 17 positions, paid trainee positions this year. And we have 5 program staff as well.
So there's 17 people that are in the program that are there for at least, or at the most, 1 year.
Right.
And they do everything on the garden, from planting, harvesting.
Yeah, so we have the farm is a big place, and there's a lot to do, and it's easy to sort of get lost in it. So we have it structured into what we call posts, and trainees rotate through the posts and really focus on learning a set of skills during a 2-month period. So there's a kitchen post, and that person helps to harvest the food for lunch and cook lunch and serve it and clean up. And, it's a big thing to cook for 50 people. Because we also serve lunch to volunteers. There's an irrigation post and a vegetable post, a flower post, greenhouse. We have a farm stand at the farm where we people from the community can come and buy produce. They harvest it themselves. During the winter, we're open 10 to 2, Tuesday through Sunday. So there's one of our trainees staffs the farm stand as well. I'm probably leaving out some of the posts, but sure, you've got the gist of it at least.
So you get a very wide range of skills that are taught when you go through the program.
Right, and people are also attending a lecture series that happens. We have weekly lectures, and the topics cover our horticultural topics as well as life skill topics or learning about a resource in the community. Excuse me. And the trainees also move from the farm down to the workshop. In October, trainees were half-time in the workshop, and now trainees are full-time in the workshop.
Oh, wonderful. So that's the workshop that you'll be able to come and get the bounty from the Homeless Garden Project. December 4th is the Gala Holiday Open House at the downtown store located at 110 Cooper Street, Suite 100G in the Cooper House Breezeway. That gala event begins at 5:30. It's also part of the First Friday Art Tour. And this year we'll have... it's always a great party, festive food and drink. This year, though, there'll be Manresa Bread Project. There'll be a special presentation recognizing the trainees and what they've accomplished this year. There'll be remarks for our incoming Cynthia Matthews, our incoming mayor for the city of Santa Cruz. And then there'll be music by Rick Zeke and Brookside that features Ran Wilson, Patty Maxine, and Pippa Pinion. Thank you so much, Lori Soderman, for sharing your wonderful poem and some of your experiences at the Homeless Garden Project. And then, of course, I almost forgot, David Dennis will be showing his Faces of the Farm photographic exhibition. And there'll also be some videos by...
Aaron Lazenby, yeah. We did videos, and what we're going to do is, with some of the photos, we'll have headsets that you can plug into your smartphone and watch a video that goes along with the photo. So someone talking about their story that matches their portrait.
Thank you. Thank you so much, David Dennis and Derry Ganshorn. Thank you for all that you do. It's such a thrill for me to have you up on the show today. You do such wonderful work in our community, and I thank you.
Thank you for saying that. It's a pleasure to be here, and really a nice opportunity for us to invite the community to get more involved and find out more about what we're doing at the Homeless Garden Project.
Very much so. The Homeless Garden Project is a magical place, as Lori mentioned, and I hope all of you get a chance to go out to see it. If you're in the West Side, it's right there. Hopefully soon we'll be moving up to the Boco Nips.
Yeah.